today I am doing a video that's long overdue. I've been wanting to do this video since like 2.5 years ago when I got married, and it is how I planned my dream wedding using Facebook Marketplace. In order to plan your dream wedding on a budget, you have to make sacrifices. So like some people, you have to sacrifice like a lot of things and then have one nice thing if that's what you want to do. That's what I did in my case. So in my case, I really wanted a nice venue. I wanted like a beautiful venue so that the pictures looked really nice and everything else was going to be on a budget. So I splurged on the venue, which I ended up getting married. I live in Southern California. I ended up getting married at the Lindsay Scott house, and it was very beautiful. The pictures came out beautiful. I loved it, and as you can see, it paid off. But that meant that the rest of my wedding was gonna have to be on a budget. And the way that I did that is that I went on Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp for a lot of things. So first things first, I actually got my wedding dress from OfferUp. So I know that's probably like, what? How did you get your dress off OfferUp? So I looked through Facebook Marketplace and looked for dresses. Oh, I'll show you guys here. Like I looked up size 14 wedding dresses. That's what I looked up, and I looked up size 16, size 14, and I kind of looked for pickup only and started looking at what kind of dresses people have. And some people will have brand new dresses, some people have used wedding dresses. I was just looking for something that was like my style. I didn't really care if it was used or not used. I just wanted something that would fit me. Like you see, this one is really pretty, but it's a $2,000 dress and she's selling it for $1,150, which was not in my price range. I wanted to get a dress for $500 or less. And I wanted a nice dress. I didn't want like a whatever dress. So it was really hard, and it took weeks and weeks of searching through Facebook Marketplace. And like, if I recommend that you do the same. If you are on a budget, go to Facebook Marketplace and look up all these dresses. Look it up day after day after day, because people will post new stuff every day. And I kept looking and looking until I finally found one, and I'm gonna put right here what I'm looking at. This is the dress that I ended up buying. It's this beautiful Alfred Angelo, which, if you know, Alfred Angelo closed like 4 or 5 years ago, and she was selling it for $400, so under the $500 limit that I was looking for. And it was beautiful. It was like A-line. It had glitter at the bottom. It had a tail. It was just like my perfect dress, and it was in my size 14. The only thing that I didn't like is that it didn't have long sleeves, and I really wanted long sleeves, but I thought to myself, well, I could pay for someone to add the sleeves to my dress. So everything else was perfect, and I ended up buying this dress from her. And it was $400, and it was crazy because she said that she lived in Pasadena online. And then when I messaged her, she was actually, no, I actually live in Inglewood. I hope that's not a problem, which Inglewood is closer to where I lived at the time. So I was just like, oh, that's even better. And so this just ended up being my dress. And like I said, just keep looking there. Look on OfferUp, look on Facebook Marketplace. You're bound to find something. And in your size, I'm sure if you just keep looking, it's not going to be like a one-day thing, but it's going to end up being worth it. For me, it was very worth it. This was like, I would say, my dream wedding dress. And I found it for $400, and it was beautiful. And I was not more happy once I added the sleeves. It was my perfect wedding dress. And I was so glad, because it like, come on, how often does that happen? And for $400, and I got the dream dress. I mean, come on. So I do recommend that you look and look and look until you find something. The other things, I actually ended up getting my photo booth from Facebook Marketplace as well, and I'll show you guys what it looks like here as well on the screen. This is the photo booth that I ended up going with. She was offering photo booth rentals, and there was like at that time a Black Friday sale going on, And so I messaged her on Facebook Marketplace, and I'll show you the conversation right here. And I told her, is this available? And she was like, what date so I can check availability? And I gave her my wedding date, and she said yes, that she was available. And I was so excited, guys, because she was like, I'll show you guys what the deals were like. This was the Black Friday sale that was going on that weekend. It was 2 hours for $179 or 3 hours for $279. And it was like they had delivery, setup, and breakdown, as you can see here. And the pictures were so beautiful, and I was so excited. So I sent her the address and everything. So I ended up doing the 3 hours for $279, and the pictures ended up beautiful, guys. I could not be more happy. I'll show you some pictures right here of my photo booth pictures, and the people were so nice. And to this day, like, I recommend them to everybody. I follow them on Instagram, and they are a dream to work with. They're such nice people, so professional, so friendly. And their business has actually expanded since that time. Like, now they have 15.6 thousand followers on Instagram, and when I started following them, they had like 3,000. That was 2 years ago, and now they're at 15 grand, and they're like offer more services and everything. So good for them. But you see, guys, like, it pays to find like these small businesses before they blow up, because you get quality for a good price. So I think $279 for the pictures that it was like unlimited prints, and I got postcards, and like I said, they were just like a dream to work with. The other thing that I also got on Facebook Marketplace was actually my centerpieces. So I found the girl who did my centerpieces, my floral arrangements, on Facebook Marketplace. They're such nice people. I still follow them on Facebook. I had this idea of what I wanted to do, like, off Pinterest, and I'll put the picture of it up here, and I sent it to her, and she told me that she could definitely do it. She said, we can definitely make it, if you want it, we can definitely add more to it to make it almost twice as big for $27 each. And then she told me that something like that could definitely be made, but the wood base is more expensive. And she still tried to do it for $27. What a sweetheart, dude. And I told her, because with small businesses, like, you're paying for someone's hard work. It's not like a big company that's doing something. It's like one person is doing something. And so I told her, I was like, I can pay more if necessary. I don't mind. So I gave her the date and everything, and she delivered. She ended up telling me that she found someone who could do the custom wood boxes for $32 each. And I told her, yes, that is perfect. And the arrangements came out beautiful. I'll put pictures of the arrangements right here. Like, they were such simple designs, but I love them. They were my colors. She did everything that I asked her to do. And she even ended up making like a little arrangement just for myself. I'll show you the pictures that she put on her business. And it's her and her sister, so it's such a small company, and I loved supporting them. And definitely, if I need to make more floral arrangements, I would definitely reach out to them again, because they are so sweet. So this is the video that she did of the arrangements that she made. Look how beautiful they were. And then she even made me this little arrangement for free. And I put this at my gift table. And it was just so pretty. I believe I ended up asking her for 10 arrangements, and she priced them at $32. So I ended up paying $320 for my flower arrangements, for just like the reception ones. I didn't ask her to do my ceremony ones, because for my ceremony I went budget friendly and made them myself. But she ended up just making the ones for the reception, so I ended up paying $320 for the reception ones. The other thing that I got from Facebook Marketplace was also our wedding backdrop, I guess you can say. I ended up seeing this backdrop on Facebook Marketplace, and I really liked like the wood of it and everything. And so I ended up messaging them and asking them if it was available for March 16th. They told me yes, and they actually ended up showing me another design that they did, which I ended up liking a lot more for my event. I ended up going with the other design that they sent me just because it ended up looking so nice, and it was $150 including delivery and setup, which is super duper cheap. And you know what's crazy is that I ended up finding out that they were actually located 2 blocks down from my home, like literally 2 blocks down from my home. And it was ridiculous. Like, I had no idea that they were located when they sent me the address, I was like, no way. And I went, and they were 2 blocks down my house, and I went to go give them my deposit and look at like the backdrops. And they ended up doing such a nice job. Like, I'll put a picture of what the wall ended up looking like at our wedding, and it was beautiful. It was a couple. They were so nice to work with. And for $150, I feel like it was really cheap. This is what it ended up looking like after the setup. Here are the flower arrangements. There's the backdrop that they set up for $150, and then they even put a what is it called, like a little curtain in the back, and they even included for free these little green things here in the back, which was so nice of them. They didn't have to do it, but they did it anyways. That was $150 for the backdrop, $320 for the flowers, $400 for my wedding dress, $279 for the photo booth. So let me add all of that up. Let's see, $320 for flowers, $150 for the wall, $400 for my wedding dress, plus $279 for the photo booth. That's $1,149, which I feel like for a wedding dress, a photo booth, a backdrop, and floral arrangements, that's like ridiculously cheap. That's such a good price, $1,149 for 4 things, and like really things that came out really nice. They weren't like, you know, half done job. And so I was very grateful to be able to find all these vendors on Facebook Marketplace, and they were all such nice people to work with. And to this day, like, I still follow their businesses and stuff, and I'm happy that they've grown because they really deserve it. These people are so nice. Like I said, it goes both ways. Like, they're helping you out and you're helping them out. You're helping them out by supporting a small business or a local business in your area, and they're helping you out by giving you a cheaper price than someone like at a big company will give you. So I think it's really worth it to search your Facebook Marketplace or even OfferUp for, you know, your wedding dresses or your floral arrangements, and find like the nicest people to work with, like that they're like, you know, doing their dream job. You know, whether it's starting their floral business or their decoration business. You can literally find anything on Facebook Marketplace. Let me just show you guys. And I even got like miscellaneous little like decorations from Facebook Marketplace. So let me just show you. You just go to Facebook Marketplace and you just put like wedding decorations. People will sell it for really cheap because they just want to make some of their money back. They're not trying to make all of their money back. They're just trying to make some of their money back. So it takes a lot of searching. You won't find it in like a day or even in a week. You have to like be diligent and persistent in looking up the stuff that you want, and especially like because, you know, color palettes are hard to find, like especially, you know, if you want a certain something, it's going to be a lot harder to find something like in a certain color palette or something that's very particular. That's going to be harder, but there's stuff that are just more general that you can definitely find on Facebook Marketplace. I got engaged in July and started looking up vendors in October and got married in March. So yeah, in October I was already messaging people and trying to see if I could buy stuff from people that they were selling from their weddings or stuff like that, or even like vendors, trying to find them in October for a March wedding. Obviously if you have more time, then do it more in advance. The more further in advance you do it, I feel the more options you have, because the closer you get to your wedding day, the less vendors have availability. So I just suggest that you do it ahead of time and give yourself plenty of time. That's if you have time. I mean, if you're like planning a wedding in 6 months, then, you know, there's only so much you can do. But even then, like, finding these people is a really good option, because since they're small businesses, they're not as booked as like big companies are booked. So definitely check it out if you're on a budget. I definitely recommend it. It's something, like I said, you help them out, they help you out, and it's just really nice to meet these people And it saves you money. Like I said, it really does save you a lot of money. And if you're on a budget, that, hey, at the end of the day, that's what you want, that's what you need. You need to save money. So I'm so glad, and I had great experiences with all the vendors that I met up with and hired and got off Facebook Marketplace, and all the items that I got off Facebook Marketplace. So I'm very content, and I definitely recommend that if it's something that you're thinking about or something that you never thought about before, that you definitely try it out and see how it goes. So anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments down below and I'll answer them. And yeah, that's it for the video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.